Okay, I'm going to do the last video in this series, which went a lot longer than I thought. It's a lot of videos, 22, it'll be 23, 24 videos, including this one. But I just wanted to clarify one last point having to do with what I said about Revelation, the book of Revelation. Not Revelations. The book of Revelation, that, first of all, there are those who believe that the man who wrote that book was not John, the brother of Jesus, but rather Lazarus, who was one of Jesus' favorite people and an initiate. We know for sure he was initiated into the mystery school of Jesus Christ, of Jesus in the New Testament. And, whether this is true or not, there's no way to really truly verify. Maybe there is, but so far the evidence hasn't been presented that I know of. However, the point I want to make is that the book of Revelation, I said, was, imagine it as an overview of your life. Well, it's more specifically an overview of the life of an initiate who is going through the levels of initiation. I don't know what you call it, but hitting the different levels. And see, I'm not in a mystery school. I'm not in a cult or anything like that, so I don't know the terminology. But you get the concept that as you work your way up the levels into higher realms of knowledge and responsibility, what happens is you're exposed to deeper truths and deeper secrets, or bigger secrets, whatever you want to call them. So what Revelation is talking about, especially like with the opening of the seven seals correspond to the seven chakras, the seven primary chakras of the human being. There are also, the earth has seven main chakras. Look into that. That's an interesting topic. And they correspond to the seven main planetary beings or bodies having to do with planets, the sun, and the moon. Look into that as well. Very interesting. But it all corresponds. And as each chakra is enlivened, well, basically it has to do with the Kundalini energy and reaching the crown chakra and then enlightening. So as you go through that, you face different trials, and in going deep within, you descend into the hell of your own nature as a human being to the lowest points, and you face demons within your own life. Then you work your way back out. So it's really all about going within. Now, like in the old days, the X-Files, their motto was "the truth is out there." Yeah, whatever. Really, I like to say the truth is not out there, it's within. If you try to find the truth by looking at the world or going to an outside source, it's going to be tainted. You must first go within and be self-honest before things will start truly falling into place and making perfect sense. So that's just what I wanted to say in summing up the book of Revelation and in interpretation. There's a lot of other stuff I could talk about. There's so many other examples within Scripture, but I just wanted to give you some tools to then go back and look at the Bible and see the patterns and see the symbols and see, by looking at things upside down and backwards, or looking at things literally rather than figuratively, or looking at things figuratively rather than literally. One last example is when Jesus confronts the Pharisees and he calls them a brood of vipers. He says, "You are of your father, the devil." And then you go back to the Old Testament account of the Garden of Eden, and who tempted Eve but the serpent? And there's a connection there, and is that figurative or is that literal? And Well, I have to say, it's literal. We're talking about reptilian entities. Yes, I know. For people within the church, it's going to sound wacko and crazy, but think about it. Just really think about it. These are demonic entities, fallen angelic beings. Okay? So to use Christianese or to use the, religious terminology, it's all the same. So check it out. It's really interesting. And one last thing I wanted to say is I don't want you guys to think that all I do is lay around in bed.
Yes, you do.
All I do is lay around in bed and like this. This is how I'm making my videos, because if you watch the first video I did way back in March, it's a long story, but I was going to do a whole series of videos, and all this stuff happened, all this drama happened, and I wasn't able to continue doing the videos. So now I'm just getting back to doing what I wanted to do, and I'm talking about the things that I wanted to talk about then, but I have a more clear understanding now, I think, because I'm always learning. I'm always growing, which is great. So anyways, I was going to do fancy videos with backgrounds and music and edit them and stuff like that, but no, I don't have the time to do that. So I'll sit here and just ramble and then post it on YouTube, and hope that it does some good, and hope that it helps some of you out there. I know that there will be people who may hear some of the things I say well, first of all, think it's nonsense, but I know that some of the things I've said may not be 100% accurate as far as like numbers, like the number of times Sheol is used in the Bible. I can't remember all of the data, but I do have that information. So if people express enough of an interest, I could go back and reorganize my notes and talk about the concept of hell within Scripture and things like that. But anyways, just depends on how much interest there is. And so far, I've already posted all my videos, and within 7 hours, I've had 25 or 27 views, 28 views, somewhere in that range just today, which, I mean, considering, to me, that's pretty good, I guess. So there's an interest. So watch all the videos, watch them a couple times, get the gist of what I'm trying to say as far as the tools of interpretation. Go back, look at Scripture with an open mind, without any preconceived ideas. If you can do that, it's hard. It's very difficult. And, contact me and let me know what you think, or, send me a message and with some feedback, or maybe if you have any other things you discover within Scripture, I'd be happy to, if you shared them with me. And I'll be back with some, when I decide what I want to talk about next, then I'll be posting some more videos. So, thanks.